Well, class, it is Tuesday evening, March the 29th. This is your professor here, Professor Javier. Just wanted to talk briefly about this week. As you know, week 11 started yesterday, and we are actually into week 11 of this course. We are talking about serving guests this week. That is the material that we're going to be embarking upon. So I just kind of want to go briefly in terms of what that means. When you think about serving guests, what are the different factors? Satisfaction is one of them, definitely. That's one of the priorities when it comes to serving guests. You want to give quality assurance. You want to give the best of service so that your customer will give a positive feedback and not a negative feedback in terms of the quality of the food, but not only that, also the service within the restaurant, the ambiance, the setting, everything is important. There's so many different factors when it comes to the facility itself, the right temperature, the right lighting. Uh, for example, it may be entertainment that you may have added on. It may be a bar that's accessible, along with giving good quality food. Those are some things to really think about. So, our formalities, as they have been um, for the most part throughout the course of the semester. Our discussion assignment number one, as we go into week 11, that's going to be due on Wednesday, March the 30th. That's going to be tomorrow night at midnight, with discussion question assignment two, that's going to be due on Friday midnight. And then, of course, your final discussion question assignment three will be due Sunday at midnight. So you want to make sure that you give your initial post to these assignments. Make sure that you post them on time. Then, of course, also as always, every week I provided a PowerPoint in terms of material to look over. So make sure, class, that you view this PowerPoint. And again, we're talking about serving guests. And so there's some different factors regarding this that I actually did discuss, that I did talk about. So go over the PowerPoint, as there are some terms and definitions definitely that do stand out pertaining to this chapter. And that's chapter 9 of the textbook. So, not going to be long this week. I just kind of want to bring some important things to you all. Okay, make sure that, of course, you are working on section 3 of the final paper. Section 3, where you're going to be talking about the menu planning, the production, and also the serving of the restaurant that you are going to manage and what type of cuisine that you're going to be offering and serving within the restaurant. So, some things to really discuss. You are the role of the general manager again. Okay, how are you going to plan the menu? How are you going to design it? Think about that. Think about the safety measures, not only in the kitchen, but also in the dining area. Discuss your recipes. How are you going to use quality control within those recipes? The quality of the food is what really stands out towards the customer, and whether or not they're satisfied or not, and whether they're going to come back and patronize your establishment. And then also restaurant yielding. Think about that. All right, this is something, if you took cost control with me, class, the prior semester back in the fall, you know that we did talk about yields. Okay, so you have the original form of a product, and when you yield it, you're taking away from that. So it could be condensed in cutting, it could be condensed in cooking. The final product is going to be the yielded product. So that's something to think about and to remember. And talk about production. So go into chapters 5 and 7 of your text, okay? And think about these things as you begin to write on them. Now, this is due on Friday, April the 10th. Not, I'm sorry, not Friday, but Sunday, April the 10th at midnight. So this is going to be the following week that section 3 of your final paper is going to be due. Now, there's something to keep in mind. We are winding down. The final 5 weeks are upon us within the semester. We will be done by the end of April. So, what does that mean, class? And I know that I've put emphasis on this quite a bit throughout the course of the semester. The emphasis is on time. Complete your assignments and submit them in a timely manner to avoid point deduction. If an assignment is submitted late, I do deduct points. So that even applies to the discussion question assignments. And I've talked about this plenty of times, how I know that you're looking at those discussion question posts and you're thinking, okay, well, that's only 2 points a week. Think about the course of a 15-week semester. 2 times 15 equals 30. So if you miss various weeks without engaging and completing the discussion assignment post, you are taking points away from your final grade. So let's say, for example, for 8 weeks, okay, when we're done at the end of 15 weeks, if you did not post for 8 weeks, guess what? Those are points that you're losing out on. So 2 times 8 would be 16 points that would be deducted away from you. And guess what? That makes a big difference when you're looking at your overall grade. It's the difference between getting an A from a B or a B from a C or thereon. So at the end of the semester, all of it counts. That's why I'm trying to say to you, class. If you have any problems or any issues, feel free to reach out to me. Okay, let's have a discussion about this. Let's talk about it. If you're running into any complications, I'm here and available. As a matter of fact, right now, as I'm making this video, my availability hours are from 4 to 8 Eastern Standing Time. You can contact me tonight. The same will be tomorrow, 4 to 8. So let me go back again so that you all can take a look at this. I talk about my availability hours, and this is on the news feed here, the main news feed. Remember now, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, 5:30 to 8:30. I do apologize there. Eastern Standing Time. Those are my hours of availability. Thursdays and Fridays are from 4 to 8. And then Saturdays are from 5:30 to 8:30. So keep that in mind. If you run into any problems or any complications, if you would like to discuss your grade, I am here and I am available, okay, in terms of having a discussion with you by phone, or we can actually do a Zoom call as well online. It's left up to you, class. Let me know. Okay, we are again in week 11. We have turned the corner. Okay, the final 5 weeks, everybody. Let's finish strong. Finish strong and persevere. Okay. All right, I'm officially signing off. Everybody, I hope you looked at this video, and I'm here for your questions or concerns, and I'm also here for tutoring and assistance. Okay, everyone have a good Tuesday evening and a good rest of the week, and I'll be checking in periodically.